Have you ever felt as if there was more to life than meets the eye? As if an invisible force were calling you to something greater, something deeper? If you are experiencing intense changes, feelings of disconnection from the material world, or moments of intense spiritual clarity, you may be at the beginning of a spiritual awakening. Going through a spiritual awakening is one of life's most confusing, lonely, alienating, but also extremely beautiful experiences. Simply put, a spiritual awakening marks the beginning of your initiation onto the spiritual path. Spiritual awakening is the soul's cry for freedom. Listen to its call, and your life will be transformed into something meaningful and significant. Refuse its call, and your life will be like a graveyard. If you have experienced a spiritual awakening, you have been able to see through the lies and illusions of this world. Deep down in your soul, you realize that nothing external has ever, and can ever, bring you true happiness or fulfillment. This deep understanding makes you long for something richer, more fulfilling, and that makes you feel complete again. Without experiencing a spiritual awakening, we spend our whole lives chasing the emptiness of money, fame, power, and respect in an attempt to find happiness. In this video, we will explore 21 signs and symptoms that indicate you are being chosen for an extraordinary spiritual journey. From vivid dreams and synchronicities to an overwhelming sense of oneness with the universe, each sign is a piece of the puzzle that can help you better understand your spiritual transformation. There are many symptoms of spiritual awakening. In fact, the symptoms of spiritual awakening are not only emotional, but also psychological and even physical. Here are 21 of the most common symptoms. See how many you can identify with. 1. You feel like your life is fake. Everything you've believed in, built and worked for, feels fake. Your life doesn't feel like your own. You no longer feel like yourself. Almost everything you used to enjoy no longer brings you meaning or satisfaction. When you experience this sense of a false life, you can feel a deep disconnection from the world around you. Daily activities and relationships that once seemed fundamental now seem without substance, and you may find yourself questioning the authenticity of your own choices and the expectations imposed by society. You long for meaning and purpose. You deeply desire to find the meaning of your life. You have no idea what your purpose is, but you desperately want to find it. There is a feeling that something is missing inside you. This longing can be accompanied by a sense of urgency and an incessant search for answers. You may find yourself immersing yourself in spiritual, philosophical, or even scientific literature, trying to find clues that lead to the true purpose of your existence. You start asking deep questions like, who am I? Questions like, who am I? What is the purpose of life? What happens after we die? Why do people suffer? Arise. You start to think more philosophically. These deep thoughts can disturb you greatly, because you don't know the answers. As these questions deepen, you may experience moments of deep introspection or meditation, searching for answers within yourself. This process can be lonely and often confusing, but it is also a sign of growth and expansion of consciousness. You realize that much of what you've been taught is a lie. You begin to see how many beliefs, feelings, and values are not really yours, but those of other people or inherited from your culture. You are growing in self-awareness. As these questions deepen, you may experience moments of deep introspection or meditation, searching for answers within yourself. This process can be lonely and often confusing, but it is also a sign of growth and expansion of consciousness. 5. You feel completely lost and alone. Nothing in your life seems to make sense anymore. You feel as if you're wandering through an endless desert. Like a spiritual wanderer and a lone wolf, You feel completely alone and cut off from people. You struggle to relate to those you were once close to, i.e. your friends, work colleagues, and family. This isolation can turn into a valuable period of self-knowledge and personal growth. Although painful, this time alone allows you to reflect deeply on who you really are and what you really want out of life. 6. You see through society's illusions. Materialism, success, and profit no longer mean anything to you. You begin to feel as if you are a cog in society's machine. As this realization deepens, constructive criticism and the desire to look for more authentic and sustainable alternatives to living can emerge, often leading to a simpler life with less environmental impact. You see how unhappy most people are. You become aware of the unhappiness and suffering of others. You may start to explore activism or read more about the human condition. It torments you to realize how much pain there is in the world. This new awareness can push you to get involved in social or environmental causes, looking for ways to alleviate the suffering of others and promote a fairer, more understanding world. You want to purge your life. You're tired of feeling lost, depressed, and hopeless. Suddenly, you feel the need to simplify and organize your life. This could mean cutting ties with toxic people, reevaluating your habits, giving away old things, moving to a new job or place to live, or even giving away most of what you own. The desire to purge your life doesn't always happen externally, but it is a deeply felt internal desire that also manifests itself as the desire to experience some level of internal purification. This desire to purge can be both physical and emotional, leading to a cleansing of old emotions and resentments, as well as the reorganization of physical space and personal relationships. 9. You begin to experience deep empathy and compassion. As you begin to pay more attention to the many difficulties faced by humanity and nature, you develop more compassion. Your inherent empathy is awakened, and you may find it difficult to deal with the intensity of your feelings. This is a crucial point in your inner transformation. Either you numb the pain you feel from addictions, or you find healthy ways to accept and express your emotions. This emotional transformation can be intense and sometimes overwhelming, but it is also an opportunity to develop a deeper and more meaningful connection with others and the world around you. You crave solitude. Although you used to be extroverted, you now experience the introverted side of your nature. You spend a lot of time alone introspecting and enjoying the silence. At all costs, you try to reduce social contact. At this point, you may lose touch with many old friends and even family members. This transition to introspection can also lead to greater mental and emotional clarity as you reconnect with your own inner voice and rediscover your true passions and interests. Conversation seems superficial. When you talk to people, you feel an acute sense of separation. You realize that very few people feel comfortable talking about deep and meaningful topics. In conversations, you feel restless and irritated by small talk. You silently shout, "Can't anyone wake up and realize what's going on?" Your aversion to frivolous chat leads you further into loneliness. You become a lone wolf and a rebellious free spirit. Your search for deeper, more meaningful dialogues can lead you to form new friendships with those who also value depth and authenticity in human relationships. You want to quit your job. Even though you've worked for years to get your degree, establish your career, and rise through the ranks, you feel nothing but emptiness. Your job no longer gives you the sense of fulfillment you need. You desperately want more. This discontent can be the catalyst for a career change or for starting your own project that is more in line with your personal values and passions. 13. You thirst for authenticity and truth. Being true to yourself becomes a priority. You hate pretending and putting on the old masks you used to wear. You want to be completely authentic. Pretension makes you feel sick and disgusted. This commitment to authenticity can revitalize every aspect of your life, from personal relationships to career and lifestyle choices. 14. You become aware of your old negative habits. You are painfully aware of your shortcomings and destructive habits. A strong desire arises within you to wipe the slate clean and start again. Becoming aware of these habits can lead to a significant change in behavior, replacing old routines with new, healthier, and more constructive practices. 15. You feel anxiety and/or depression. You may experience deep bouts of existential depression or persistent anxiety. The shock of plunging into awakening leaves you feeling unstable. You may be misdiagnosed with a mental illness. Uncertainty and fear follow you everywhere. Although challenging, these experiences can serve as a call to greater self-exploration and understanding, leading to greater emotional and spiritual resilience. 16. You become more sensitive. Everything impacts you more. You feel the energy of others more strongly, the pain of your loved ones more intensely, and the difficulties of life more deeply than ever before. At the same time, you feel a gloriously enhanced connection with animals and nature. You begin to feel more at home in the natural world, rather than the man-made world. This enhanced sensitivity can encourage you to seek out environments that are more bearable and harmonious, favoring peaceful, natural places over chaotic urban environments. 17. You want to make the world a better place. Ultimately, you want to make the world a better place. You start to think about the big picture. This desire to make a real impact translates into actively helping others, or finding a life purpose that aligns with this desire. This impulse can result in involvement in volunteering, activism, or any other type of service that contributes to the betterment of the community and the world in general. 18. You deeply desire to understand who you are. Countless questions arise about your identity and your life. For example, who am I? Why was I born? What am I here to do? What is the purpose of my existence? As a result, you start reading a lot of self-help books and spiritual texts. No wonder you ended up here. This search process can lead to real transformation as you begin to align your outer life with your inner values and beliefs. 19. Your intuition is sharpened. Gradually, you begin to listen to the still, small voice inside you. You allow it to guide your decisions and can become more receptive to messages from your unconscious mind through dreams, physical sensations, and practices such as journaling or meditation. You can even get in touch with your spirit guides, animal spirits, or other spiritual helpers. Eventually, you begin to discover your hidden gifts and talents, learning to trust your intuition. Trusting intuition can open up new paths in many aspects of life, from personal decisions to creative and spiritual insights. 20. More synchronicity. You start to become aware of the many signs and omens that life brings you. Life becomes much more receptive and interactive with you. Chance and déjà vu increase. You may even have numerous mystical experiences. These coincidences can be seen as signs from the universe, guiding you and confirming that you are on the right path. 21. You see that we are all one. As your awakening process matures and matures, you begin to integrate the understanding that who you really are is always and already here as spirit, consciousness, or life itself. You see that we are all one. We are all expressions of the same divine source, and we have never been separate from this reality. The mind just believed that to be the case. This understanding can bring a sense of peace and tranquility as you realize your inherent connection with all life forms and the universe as a whole. Finally, as we explore the physical symptoms of spiritual awakening, we notice that they vary significantly from person to person. A common symptom is the amplification of the senses, where sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell intensify, leading some to discover that they are highly sensitive people, HSP. In addition, many begin to notice food intolerances that previously seemed non-existent, such as allergies to wheat, nuts, legumes, soy, and spices. Changes in sleep patterns are also frequent, ranging from sleeping more or experiencing more fragmented sleep, which can result in insomnia. These changes in sleep are often accompanied by more vivid, strange, or intense dreams. Some people experience dizziness, a sensation of vertigo that can be attributed to a lack of grounding during the day. Changes in body weight are also common, with some gaining or losing a significant amount of weight without apparent explanation. This can be linked to changes in eating habits, where previously pleasurable foods no longer appeal, and new foods are explored. Energy fluctuations are another characteristic, with many feeling less energized than before. Additionally, changes in sexual desire, both upwards and downwards, can occur. A decrease in immune function, resulting in more episodes of illness, is also a symptom reported by those undergoing a spiritual awakening. These physical symptoms, although challenging, are an integral part of the process of spiritual transformation that many are experiencing. It is unusual to experience all of these physical, spiritual awakening symptoms at once. One or two is more likely. If you have noticed a rapid change in your health during this period, it may be due to the drastic change in your mind-body-soul connection. If no logical everyday reason can be found, such as previous illness, family stress, injury, relationship breakdown, etc., don't rule out a more metaphysical explanation. So, my friends, if you are going through a journey of spiritual awakening, it is because your soul needs to grow, mature, and expand on a human level. And, on a spiritual level, the journey consists of rediscovering spirit as your true nature. Staying the same equals death and stagnation. Change and letting go, even if it's painful, is a good thing. Not only will you feel more connected to everything, but you will have the opportunity to find your true home, which is always and only found in the present moment. If you're still around, you're part of the loyal circle of wisdom seekers. Through your support, I can continue creating videos and passing on enlightening knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like it, and comment if this video resonated with you. Thank you for being part of this community. I wish you a life filled with abundance. May you receive abundant blessings today.